Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to episode 196 of Folks Talkin Sports. I am Chris Gardner of the Houston Round Ball Review. With me is Kenitra Pulliams. KP, how are you?
Hi, gentlemen.
And with us is Mr. A.D. Moore from the AdMex Corner. How are you, sir?
Outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all? How's everything on? I guess it cooled off, man, because we had thunderheads and everything out here. You know, our typical afternoon thunder showers and everything.
Agreed. And real quick, welcome to everybody who's watching us on YouTube via the Houston Round Ball Review, as well as the AdMex Corner. Also, hopefully on LinkedIn, my personal LinkedIn page, the Houston Round Ball Review on Facebook as well. Hello to dedicated supporter of Houston Round Ball Review, me personally, Andy Yanez and Let's Rage Cougs and Paul Slamajama, Queen Wanda Polk. How are you doing? Thank you for taking time to view the show. And everyone, let's get into the conversation. Mr. Moore is here. Before we started the show, he was sharing some insight. I'm going to put him on the spot so he can talk more about the Houston Texans, sir, and training camp. You got it.
Texas just wrapped up the day 9 of at least what I've been telling the grind and the preparation. They had an afternoon practice yesterday, and they went into the night, which I thought was real nice. I thought probability. In fact, it did. There was a lot of shelter in place because of active thunderstorm, lightning, and thunder in the area yesterday. And I'm thinking, okay, we might get a chance to go in the bubble, but it didn't happen. There was enough activity in there to keep everybody where they kept the fans out of the stands and everything. So eventually, practice went on. I think practice got started a little after 6, something like that. And eventually they let the fans, start filtering back in sometime after that. It was a good practice yesterday. One of the things I think, to me, yesterday the defense was dominant yesterday in the whole series of practice. Let's see, Jadeveon Clowney. I call him JD, but Jadeveon Clowney signed a couple of days ago. He's back, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how he works into the Texans that front four. Because they brought a couple of more guys back from the previous year. So
Mr. Moore, real quick,
good.
Do you concur with this statement from Justin? I think you kind of do. He said he heard the offense has been good, but the defense showed them why they were number one this last practice. Kind of touched on it right there.
No. In fact, it's almost like Justin when I hadn't posted my stand up from last night practice, but that was one of the first things I said. Overall, good practice, but the defense was just dominant. They showed why they were the number one defense. Between Will, it was just destroying folks out there yesterday, and it's the number one defense. Now, let me go ahead and just sort of lay this out. When you see the same guys day in and day out, they are practicing at full speed. They are going at it. Don't misunderstand me. I think a better barometer will be this Thursday night when the Chargers come into town. Now, don't expect the starters. In fact, the starters probably won't even suit up. If anything, they'll probably be running around in their regular shorts and everything. You expect to see the second line players to start. I would be shocked to see CJ, get his series in this week. I don't anticipate CJ. In fact, I'll find out Tuesday when I get to camp. I'll be one of the questions I ask exactly, what starters may or may not play or not, and I don't anticipate to see any. And I will be shocked if they tell me otherwise. But that's coach's discretion at the day of the game. But yeah, they need to look at a lot of players, particularly on the offensive line. They need to take a look at those guys because you're gonna ride this season. Rides or die with how well that offensive line can come together. How well David Montgomery, Woody Marks, and the rest of those guys can get through the holes. Can they make holes for those guys to run through? Can the tight ends, because there's a battle at the tight end position, and can Brevin Jordan, and this is a personal thing with me. I'm hoping not only with Tank Dell being able to come back, but I'm hoping that Brevin Jordan can come back because prior to him getting hurt last year in the early part of the season, early part of camp, with this offense and what Brevin brings to the table, I mean, I just envision this guy just sort of being like a Swiss Army knife in where they can move him around in some different places where they can move him. So I'm hoping that he can come back as well. Other than that, Chris, it's that the drudgery of watching camp. Um, Kalen Rutledge, uh,
Well, hold
they
on.
had
Let's get to some more statements real quick from everybody. From C. Anthony, AD, what would you grade the Texans off season? What would you grade? How would you grade them? What grade would you give them?
right now B
Yep.
a B. I mean, I'm giving them a B right now. I mean, if you average up, and you know what, I'm giving that's the whole team, and the offense is going to bring the offensive prowess is going to bring down the defensive status because if you grade them all overall as on the team, I give them a B right now where we standing right now. I think Thursday night. I'm looking more forward to Thursday night, in particular the first quarter, first quarter, first and second quarter to see exactly what's going to transpire.
KP, any thoughts on what AD said? Any thoughts on the Texans training camp so far?
Haven't seen a single snap, so I could not deliver an informed statement.
I see
A-
Justin.
yeah, two things. Justin's the statement here. Texans have a championship caliber defense. I think, Mr. Moore, you agree with that. But
Oh,
what's the
without a
story
doubt.
on Nico Collins?
They've been resting him. I think there's a clip out there, either on my YouTube page, on my Instagram, 80 on Ad Max Corner, and the Ad Max Corner YouTube. It's a YouTube short. Nico has been trying out the bonnet, the padded shell that they putting on their heads because Nico went out this past season. Was out for several games with concussion issues, and I sort of asked him, "Is this going to be part of his uniform moving forward this year?" And he uncharacteristic said, "No, I'm not doing that." He said because, and I can understand exactly what he's talking about because he said trying to track the ball and everything in the game. You got to be able to turn your head, and it offers a little bit more. I mean, it may not look like that much, but for as a receiver who wants to have the fluidity and everything on the field and being able to make his cuts come out his cuts and being able to pick up the ball, I understand clearly where Nico Collins is coming from. So he said he's not going to wear it in the game. He said he's had it on every day in practice. He is actually running around with it every day in practice. But as for what he stated to me, and the question I put to him directly, will you be wearing this during the regular season? And he said no. But as far as what Justin asked about, yeah, they are resting him. They're not pushing him as hard. I mean, we know what Nico Collins can do, and he's in shape. So you're trying to Jaden Higgins, uh, and the other the two J's. One of them that has been hurt. The small has been down with injuries on his. He hurt his finger, so he's sort of just getting into the situation. As I stated, Tank Dale was out a couple of days ago, and actually got involved in a couple of pass plays. So Tank is still doing his thing. There are enough things that can you want to see this team hit the ground running, and offensively, everything's got need to fall into place. That's just putting it in a nutshell.
Two questions for you. The defense is so good, dominant. Any concerns that the offense is not going to be good this year? I mean, the defense is great, okay, but is the offense? How far behind is the offense, or is the offense far behind?
The offense is in better at this point in time because this is year two in the same offense. Now, let me expound on that a little bit. Nobody's picking up new verbiage this year. This is they sitting year 2 for the same offer. Year 2 for CJ and the same offer. Year 2 for Nick Haley. Now he does have a new quarterback coach, but as far as all the other things and what the one thing that D'Amico Ryan has been stressing with unceasingly is being precision, getting to the line of scrimmage and just getting off the mark. And so that's and because after going back and looking at last season, they dropped their first 3 ball games, and so this is one thing D'Amico is already coming in with the mindset. We can't start the season off this year like they done last year. So a lot of things, a lot of prep, a lot of just consistent action and consistently staying focused on the task at hand and trying to get off to a good start this year. And plus, state we know with the first 2 ball games at home, this is ideal for them to try to get. Even though that first ball game is against the Buffalo Bills, this schedule is set up now for them to get a good jump on the season.
AD, what are the prices for the preseason football games? Are they the regular price or discounted?
Yeah, this what who this in Target, this in Walmart or somewhere. Like, no man, you paying the regular prices for those tickets.
Well, I thought that, but when you said that you didn't believe the starters would play on Thursday, I'm like, if I'm a fan. Why? See, this is why I stay my ass at home. I'm not going to spend my money, especially even though the economy is not as good as some folks claim it is I'm not going to spend my money to watch the second and third string play 4 quarters.
But some fans think this is their only opportunity to see an NFL game.
Yeah, because
whether it's starters, whether it counts. They can still say, I went to an, and they could maybe get autograph,
Yeah, because, Chris, here's the deal. A lot of your season ticket holders may not necessarily show up. That stadium will not be full Thursday night under no circumstances. This is you as a season ticket holder, you paying, you paying for all those games, but a lot of those folks will give their tickets away to other folks and let them get a chance to come in to see a professional football game. I know, Chris, what you're saying, but I'm not seeing the starters. Well, guess what? You will see the Texans logo run around on the field. You will see other guys that potentially.
Well, I could sit at home watching it on TV.
Yeah, well, that's true. A lot of folks
preseason pro sports is a sham. For charging full price, regular season prices for second and third stringers. In the football, basketball, it's a sham.
Okay.
But they want to stand along the tunnel and maybe they'll catch a glove or a wristband or a sweatband or a shirt. They're dreaming. Don't burst their bubble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's part of being a fanatic. That's being a fanatic. Yeah.
Chris, let me
fandom.
Let me put it to you like this. They won't. Those that probably never had a chance to be able to get into the game and get somebody else's tickets, they would be in there. I guarantee you this: you won't ask this question when the postseason comes. And as I stated earlier, I expect the Texans will be in the postseason, and so Texas games at home, it won't have to be worrying about how much you get, because again, the prices for the postseason are not the same prices you pay for those first 17 games.
Oh no doubt they'll be higher. Because owners know that fans will spend anything for playoff games.
Supply and demand.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
But preseason, I'm saying, and notice what I said again. Preseason pro sports charging regular season prices is a sham, is a ripoff. And fans years ago should have done more because the customer is always right. You know what? That's what I was always taught growing up. So why are you charging me regular season prices for the starters not even playing in the game? That doesn't make sense. Never has made sense.
You'll see him on the sideline.
And again, I could watch that on the TV.
Yeah, well, so be it.
Same thing with with NBA preseason, sham. At least they cut it down from 8 to 4. NFL
True.
cut it down from 4 to 3, I think, in preseason, right?
And
some talk even 2.
No, it's the only way to go into 2. It's the only way going to 2 because
so at least that's getting better.
Well, they are on the run. They getting ready to add the 18th ball game. The players don't know it. At least they act like they don't know it. But the owners are getting ready to add an 18th ball game. So,
but from let's go with that. And then I'm going to blast the NCAA. The players have said, and they said publicly, they don't want an 18th regular season game. What's in it for the players to acquiesce to ownership for the 18th game? They got to get something in exchange for this. What are they going to do? Because this physically, the NFL is a brutal sport on the body, mentally, hell, on the brain too. So what are the players going to get in return?
Craig.
The salary cap will increase. Now, here's what in the past, and here's what I read and talked to several folks. The NFL is talking about doing somewhat of a 2-tier system, allowing some players on
load management.
Yeah, to actually, you still have your 48 or your 53. But then per game, certain players, depending on the time of the year. Now, that was
so rest the starters, but still charge me full price. Yeah, NFL getting over again. NFL getting over again.
But okay. So, Chris, with that argument, what about Week 17 when playoff spots have been clinched?
Yeah.
And teams rest players, rest their starters, but still charge you regular season prices. Then what?
Same thing with that.
It's the regular season. All right, case in point, Chris, the Texans' 17th ball game, if I'm not mistaken, is against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. You know when that
what happened here, Mr. Moore? There you go. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You realize? Do you realize when that game is taking place?
Frozen tundra.
Yeah, in January.
In January. Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. By that time, I can guarantee I doubt if anybody would be still in playoff contention by then.
But there will be fans. There will be teams fighting for playoff spots in Game 17. There will be.
Maybe.
Every playoff spot will not be wrapped up in Week 17.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
You got wild card spots. The mythical. What is it now? 17s make the playoffs now in each conference, right? Soon to be 8. They're going to keep adding to that. Going to be 10, both sides. Because of money, supply and demand. I'm saying all these things because the NFL is the cash cow in the country. The NFL has convinced fans that they can't live without football, can't live without the NFL. But some of the same things the NFL is planning to do, other pro sports have done, and folks have problems with it. Oh, well, you expand the playoffs too much. Oh, there's too many teams making the playoffs. Oh, not a word. Not a word. Inject everybody more football than they do.
Is Chris locking up? Chris, are you locking? Yep, Chris just locked up. Yeah, the NFKP. That's what. See, the NFL ain't playing with you, Chris.
Don't care. Don't care.
They done already reached in there and already froze you up once. You don't want them to have a knock on the door, do you? Okay.
Don't care. I don't watch football anymore. Don't care. I don't miss it.
Chris, you and I. Wait a minute. Last week on the show you made it clear that you glad when the NFL season starts because it pushes you closer to basketball season. That's
it. That's all it means to me. That's it.
All right. And you know what? And guess what? NFL not playing with you, man.
How can they play with me? They're not missing me, and I'm not missing them.
The Hall of Fame game was thoroughly entertaining.
Oh, yeah. 33-30 touchdown scored in the last play of the game.
Play.
Yeah.
That was a great.
And you know what? And AKP, guess what? as a rule, those are probably that's the first game of the year. That was a very entertaining Hall of Fame game.
Absolutely.
Very entertaining. But folks that want to get they feel of football.
For an undrafted player trying to make a team.
Yeah. And that was his opportunity to shine. Regardless of the second and third team players out there, he had the front of that jersey had what Cardinals and Panthers. Yeah. So some of those kids are living out their dream or the probability or the possibility of fulfilling their dreams and their wishes. So you know what? I'm not gonna steal their joy. Go for it.
And then also because if they don't make their current team, this is their audition
Exactly.
for their next job.
That's exactly why you got your program on LinkedIn, because in case that's a nice segue, because you part of the program is on LinkedIn. And what is LinkedIn? What is its primary objective of LinkedIn?
Career development.
Yeah. So hey,
That sounds wonderful for the players participating, getting opportunities, and all those things. Don't charge full price. Period. Don't charge full price.
Well, that's not happening because guarantee
it never has happened. It's been this way for 40, 50 years. But and that's my point. The customer is always right.
And the customers instead of
as KP said, supply and demand. You know why pro teams charge so many for prices, so high price? Because people spend their money on preseason trash. Unless you're a relative and are playing in the game, it means nothing. You don't charge me full price for a preseason game when the starters don't even play. Why are you doing that? And why you spend your money on that?
It's part of the package. You get. It's part of the package when you pay for your season ticket.
Exactly. It's part of the package because they know they know you'll spend it.
But I mean,
that's it.
Look at here. It's the same way for a movie ticket. Whether you get there to watch the 30 minutes of previews or whether you show up 30 minutes later, your ticket still costs the same.
Period.
And I don't go to the movies anymore either.
Again.
There you go. The rationale given out. Well, this is why they charge for luggage, for carry on, for checking your bags. People ate that up. $35, $45, $50, $55, $6 for what?
No, they did that because all that money went straight to the bottom line. And
Southwest Airlines started doing it to make money. Because they know people were going to do it and spend their money on it.
Well, okay. And you know what? In Southwest, I need to go back and check their load capacity since they started charging, and also since
they're making money hand over fist.
Right. So the company,
because people have convinced themselves they have to spend that money to get their bag checked.
Well, they used to give you the first bag free. Now
first two bags free.
Used to give you two.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, first two.
And if you have a credit card, you still get one free.
Yeah, you still get one free. Hey, Chris, it's the free enterprise system.
Y'all are missing the point I am making here.
No,
I know it's a capitalist society. It's free enterprise. But y'all are missing the point.
Chris,
true or false? Growing up, weren't you told the customer is always right?
Yeah, you were told. No.
Isn't that what you were told?
Yeah,
right?
You were told that.
The customer is always right. So you, as a customer, have the ultimate authority.
Well,
you can either buy the merchandise, you can move on.
Or don't buy it. You can
exactly.
And you know what? And you can fly and try to figure out a way how to put all your clothing on carry-on luggage. Bingo.
And that's what I do. I don't pay that.
5 days. Carry on.
That's what I'm saying. People have been brainwashed to believe they have to do all these things. No, you don't. You are the customer. NCAA ticket prices are going up. WNBA ticket prices are going up.
Whoa.
WNBA is pricing out their loyal season ticket holders. Why? Because they're supposedly more popular. So they're going to price out the regular fan.
I thought, well, one of the other reasons, as was quoted in the article, Chris, they're going into a larger arenas too, because the arenas they've been playing in now, the capacity of those arenas now holding the larger demand for people that want to see the product.
5,000 seat arena charge more because you're 5,000 seat arena.
Yeah. Well,
but if you're an 18,000 seat arena, you got more people, you got more butts in the seats, more concessions. Why are you doubling, tripling, quadrupling the season ticket?
Because utilities are higher.
Or don't be like the season ticket reps who told some fans, well, the ticket prices are increasing because of the labor agreement. No, that's not true. That's a lie. The players' salaries are going up, so we had to raise prices. No, that's not true.
No,
that's not true.
No.
And the ownership had to apologize for those employees who are telling season ticket holders that's not correct. Because that is what I'm saying. You as a customer, you don't have to spend this money. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
If you ain't got it, don't worry about it. Don't go.
Exactly. They'll get the message. This is my point. They will listen. If enough fans would stop going to the games, they get the idea. But they won't, because so many fans, I cannot do without my football. I can't do without basketball. I gotta have it. I gotta buy my LSU football tickets. It's part of the family. I can't do with Ohio State football. Please. And because of that mindset, they'll keep raising the price, even though the Power 2 conference is making $100 million from media rights deal. Every year that's going up, yet at the same time, so are ticket prices.
So
make that make sense to me.
Well, I'm gonna introduce another topic into the conversation. You said make it make sense to you when the two Power 2 conferences new TV deal is $100 and some $1 million. Per team. So why is a bill in Congress languaging around in Congress now for them to fix the NCAA problem that they refuse to fix and don't want to fix?
That was not going to happen. If anybody truly believed this, Congress is going to pass this. There is a long bridge, pick a bridge for sale. That wasn't going to happen. And the NCAA has been kicking the can down the road, begging somebody else to solve their own problems, which they created for years. So what did they do? They lobbied to the ultimate can kickers. Help us, save us from ourselves. And then, oh, by the way, please do it in a hurry. Come on. That was not going to happen before the recess. And it also says something about America when there is bipartisan support for something pertaining to college sports rather than high grocery prices, high rent prices,
gas prices.
They can agree to save or try to save college sports, but they can't agree on other stuff that's more important to the majority of society.
That affects more people.
Come on. And then you got politicians adding in more amendments to make it worse. This was not going to pass. It wasn't going to pass in August. Now, if they do come to an agreement in September, whatever, and allow the grifter to say, hey, fellas in the House of Representatives, I need y'all to get this done. Then they'll say, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to, yes, sir. We're going to do this. Yes. Without very little input from the actual players who this is going to impact. No involvement from them. Union, forming a union. Oh, no, can't do that. That's a dirty word. They're not employees. Oh, no. They're not employees. They're student athletes. They ain't been student athletes in 100 years.
Maybe
they don't want a collective bargain. Can't do that either. Come on, folks. If you really believed that they were going to do something, shame on you. But really, ask yourself, why you're paying $5 per gallon for gas? Why is my politician spending so much time on saving college sports when I'm spending so much damn money on gas trying to fill up my gas tank? Why am I spending so much money on food? Yet they're trying to pass through some college sports.
Well,
and the NCAA so inept, this 5-year, 5-year stuff. They could have put this out there in October or November and not allowed these student assets to go to court to lobby for this extra year. What do you think was going to happen in July and August when you pass this 5-year thing to the class of 22? On my 5th year too. What about us? Oh, no, well, you're not a part of it. What? How does that make sense? NCAA going to NCAA. Congress going to Congress.
Guess what? Indiana University is appreciative of those 5th years, because IU is the reason they got that those fifth year players, those 22 and 23 years old, that normally were probably those the ones that couldn't make the pros. They got an extra year to play, and that's why IU is national championship. Because when you look at it, when you look at the average age of that team, I think the average age is 22. Get around that age. When normally those kids, instead of those that can make it to the next level, instead of leaving out early, they're staying longer.
Those kids, those are COVID kids. The 5th year kids are this year's group of seniors who have, quote unquote, already graduated. And the NCAA said, well, yeah, you're done with college. And a lot of them said, well, no, I want my extra year. Because why? They can make more money playing via NIL, rep shore this 26, 27 year than they could in the NFL or the NBA. I'm waiting for some female college hoopers to say, oh, yeah, I want to come back to college. I want my 5th year too. I don't need to go to the WNBA. I can stay in school and get my extra year. I want my money. Free enterprise. Capitalist society.
Yep. And the
NCAA continue to shoot themselves in the foot, and they seem like they're shocked at the lawsuits coming their way by these student assets. And one of them has committed to Houston men's basketball. Kendall Weaver transferred from Texas to Houston. He committed last week. 5th year. He did that because he's part of the lawsuit in Tennessee. He wants his 5th year. NCAA's lost that lawsuit. Lost in Colorado. Probably gonna lose another lawsuit pertaining because they are incompetent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame these student assets for doing this.
No.
Because the NCAA is so bad at this.
Game the system.
Yeah.
They game the system, and it continues to shoot themselves in. They should have no toes left. As many shots are fired at themselves. Should have no toes left.
Della Reese, Rage in Harlem.
Come on. But that's the thing about the NCAA. And I'm not begrudging the players for doing this. Why not? Why not? I don't like players who've been drafted.
Players can give another senior night speech.
Yeah, I don't like the players who've been drafted in the NFL or the NBA or went to summer leagues in those pro sports, didn't like where they were going. Yeah, I want to come back to college now. No.
And decide to come back.
Yeah, you made your choice. Own it. Didn't work out for you?
Yeah.
Go overseas.
Well, and you know what, Chris? And you know what? I don't disagree with you on that one. You done already went to camp. You done already went in, played some league basketball for the pros, and all of a sudden you found out, oh heck, well maybe I'm not quite cut out. Maybe I need to go back to get one more year of NIL money and give myself a better draft stock. No, I guess in my attitude, I agree. Own it. You made an adult decision to come on out there and ply your trade. Then you know what? Hey, go for it. So, I don't disagree with you on that argument. Once you've been to a pro camp and everything, even though quote unquote the semi-pro or student athletes are not semi-pros, even though somehow or another getting NIL does not qualify them as professionals. Oxymoron.
And and no shade here on Mr. PJ Haggerty. 5 teams, 5 years, money every year. He played the system. He ain't a winner. He made a decision to get paid. He's getting paid. Started out Crosby High School, went to TCU, then Tulsa, then Memphis, then K-State, Texas A&M. Got a paycheck each of those stops.
Bet on himself.
Yeah.
Has not had much success in the NCAA tournament, but he's had success in his bank account. So it depends on what you want to do, what kind of player you want to be. You want to get paid and not go far in a tournament, or you want to get paid and go far in a tournament. Different options for you there. And folks, I'm not hating on PJ. I am proud to say he's the winner of the Guy V. Lewis Award. But I wouldn't do the path he chose, I would not recommend for my son. But WNBA, you're talking about an organization that is shooting itself in the foot. Leadership, they got a problem. They are a political pawn. Leadership is... This got to be it for Kathy Engelbert. This season has to be it. This has to be it. The PR hits they're taking, that they are bringing on themselves. She is too reactive to all of this. Sophie Cunningham, she's gonna speak her mind until it gets her in trouble. And then, well, I didn't mean that. Can we just take back to sports, to on the court? Well, Sophie, you kind of put your foot in when you said what you said. But Dejanay Carrington, the clothesline she did on Sophie Cunningham was a flagrant 2 foul. It was. By the definition of the rules, shot above the head, she's clotheslined her. Wound up, clotheslined her. It's clothesline. That's flagrant 2. But for her to put on social media what she did after the game, citing white privilege.
Was it even after the game, or was it during the game, just from the locker room?
Well, from the locker room. Dejanay. Sometimes you should not need to take a cooling off period.
Put the phone down.
Put the phone down. Stay away from social media. Because that just adds to the problem that the league has. That just fuels the fire of those outsiders who are ignorant, who did not know about the WNBA until Caitlin Clark got to the league, who did not know about Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird and all those players beforehand. Caitlin Clark, she discovered WNBA started 3 years ago, apparently. I mean, I didn't know this. I mean, I covered them for 25 years, but I guess I didn't, according to those folks. But what Dejanay did, that is an underlying tone that some of these players believe. That's a problem. They got to fix this, and they got to address this, and they got to do it behind closed doors. I mean, you can't let this stuff. It's too much WNBA dirty laundry in public. So thoughts?
So the question is, how long does the commissioner of WNBA have? Is this going to be it for her?
I said that. This got to be it for her. She got to be it. It's got to be at the end of the season.
You said it has to be, but to me, as long as the NBA commissioner is what, cleaning up a mess, she's probably going to she'll be safe, Chris.
No, he's kind of said a few things publicly that he's not too pleased with how she handled things.
Well, okay.
He's not David Stern. If David Stern was still alive, she'd be gone.
Yeah, I you know. Well, I mean, look, the current commission is yeah okay, you're right. I had to think about what you just said. Knowing David Stern and how he wielded the iron fist,
yeah, iron fist. And Sophie Cunningham did have a clothesline earlier in the season. And so Sophie Cunningham, good for her. Good for her. You talking about maximizing who you are with limited stats. Good for her. Marketability. I mean, didn't anybody know before she got to Indiana she played for Phoenix? Did anybody know who she was then?
I didn't.
So, good for her. She has latched on to that part of that segment of America who, and probably some of those folks who are Sophie fans, didn't know she played college ball in Missouri. Oh, I remember Sophie when she was, no, you didn't. She plays on the same team as Caitlin Clark. That's how you know about her. That's when you discovered her. Which says a lot about you too. But and Sophie and the league did this, or it could have been the TV network, was it USA Network? When they hired her, I'm assuming she's getting paid for this, to be what is she? What is her role? She
media
analyst,
personality.
Media personality during broadcast during the season. Mm-hmm. On TV. Mm-hmm. Wow. Good for her for capitalizing on this stuff. Oh, it's just, and the C. Anthony comment is just Fred Wright. That's a new name. Thank you very much for the comment. Sophie, she has latched on to that segment to gain popularity. She was a hell of a player in college, with an attitude, with a chip on her shoulder. But she did not, help me out here, KP. She did not espouse these views publicly in college. Hell, she didn't. Here's how quickly things have turned for her in the last few years in the W. Remember, or in case anyone who did not know or might have forgot, the scandal involving her and ownership in Phoenix with the Mercury or the Sun? Who was it? She was accused of having an affair? And and people started, castigating her and criticizing her about sleeping her way to success and all that. And they were very critical of her.
It's the CEO.
The CEO, thank you. CEO.
The married.
I did not do this. I did not. Yeah, sure, whatever, young ladies. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But now,
family values.
She's all wholesome and pristine and got.
Well, folks, I mean, come on. That's the political landscape that we live in at this point in time. And guess what? If it's paying off for clicks, and then clicks are converting into currency, i.e., what crypto coins. Crypto coins is relevant to dollars and cents, so she's taking advantage of the opportunity.
And and the foolishness with Ennis and those dudes. Don't waste my time with that nonsense. People, and I'm going to say this, and this might be a reason why numbers on YouTube aren't where they should be compared to other folks. I don't tolerate nonsense. I don't regurgitate BS. I don't spew out the trash. I don't believe this garbage. Some of these folks who are going this way about the W and trying to be making jokes or trying to get more publicity for themselves, probably never even followed the WNBA to the last 3 years. B, initially claim that they are all for women getting opportunities to earn money in pro basketball. Well, if that's true, why are you doing this foolishness about declaring for the WNBA draft next year? If you're so pro-women. Hypocrisy. But Commissioner Silver, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, at some point will call Kathy to the office. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your services, but they are no longer required. They are no longer needed. And if her contract is up, well, your contract won't be renewed. Just put it like that. Simple like that. Your contract won't be renewed.
So Adam Silver's going to be the one that's going to swing the axe, huh?
It's his decision. Sure. Okay. His final say. It's not the WNBA ownership. It's not the WNBA Board of Governors. Because they'll probably have to listen to him anyway. And regarding the Comets, I mean, kudos to them. I mean, I guess they still are the Comets. I haven't heard anything about the trademarking and stuff regarding that. If they have the logo and the branding for it yet, are they still going to be that yet? I don't think they are.
Well, here's the question, Chris. If they don't get this settled for the season, next year's season, what are they going to come out as?
Well, I mean, that's a question.
I'm talking about team-wise.
That's a question that we have to consider for the rest of this calendar year. Because, I mean, they still refer to themselves as the Comets. They had an event a few days ago that Cheryl Swoops attended.
Right.
And there was Houston Comets related. They bust a few, I'm not sure how many fans showed up for it and took advantage of the opportunity to Dallas. I think it was last Sunday to Dallas for a Wings game. Comets ownership drove those fans up to Dallas. But, I mean, they may be Comets in name, but they don't have a logo yet. So when is that going to be resolved? Focus on the draft. The Connecticut Sun players, the team, I think they have, if not the worst record in the W this season, is tied for worst with Seattle. I don't think they have anybody Houston fans would recognize on the current roster, except for Brittany Griner. And I'm not going to go there. This is just, they're doing their part, I guess. But from a media perspective, there's not very many press releases because they're not really the Comets. They're the WNBA franchise being relocated from Connecticut.
They're the future.
So I haven't received very much. I signed up for the season ticket email list. That's how I know about the functions, the events, the trip to Dallas and the Cheryl Swoop stuff because of that. And I got a phone call from a season ticket rep from the Comets with the Comets. trying to get me to buy tickets. I thought, oh, I'm not going to buy tickets, man. I'm media. The reason why I signed up was to get information about the team. Oh, well, sir, if you decide to buy tickets, I'm not. You trying to get commission, and I respect that. But no, I'm not doing that. No. But that's one of my points. Until they get it settled, the media communications part of the organization, their hands are kind of tied because there's not much they can do. Because they're not the Comets. They have a logo to put out there for media and press events. I mean, I was told that Van Chancellor might have been at the same event with Cheryl a few days ago, Cheryl Swoops. It was well attended. And a lot of younger people were there. Kids were there. And I'm like, well, that's good. That's a positive. I wonder what the sell is for that, though, for kids. They went around when the Comets were rolling through WNBA. Why are you a fan of these Comets? But if they're promoting it in a way for kids to be there, very good. That's a positive sign.
Well, they starting to try to grow their audience here now. I mean, which is a good idea.
Without a doubt. And most of the Connecticut Sun players shouldn't be on this next year's team.
Didn't I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't I read something that this draft there will be more Texas local related when in the draft they'll be gearing for players in more in this area as opposed.
But Mr. Moore, No. Your question is legit. There's sometimes a local area or statewide players.
Yeah, right.
But KP, Justin, Ryan, C. Anthony, AD Moore. If I'm Madison Booker and I have the opportunity to get a 5th year at Texas, and I know I'm going to get $1.5 million, $2 million by staying at Texas, yeah, I'm not going to go to the draft. I'm going to stay in college. I'm going to stay at the 40 acres.
Yeah, well, have
if I'm Juju Watkins and I'm getting money already, endorsements, all kind of stuff, and I have opportunity to get my 5th year by staying at USC, hell, I don't want to go to the Comets. I'll stay, get that Big Ten money. Now, the 27 WNBA draft, I think, will be the first for the rookie class to start making a lot of money in the new CBA.
Okay.
But is that money still going to be on the same level, equivalent to what mid-range Maddie can make at Texas? Miss Longhorn, alum, what say you?
No, I mean that, and not just that. It's not just the paycheck. It's also just the culture, the environment, the vitriol that surrounds the W right now. That's what they have an issue with. That they can't control. I mean, what game was it? Where was the Indiana game where 2 fans were escorted out?
That too.
Yeah, a couple of nights ago.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like you
in Seattle, that one, or is there another one? Because where ownership got involved.
No,
what are you thinking of?
I think the game that KP is talking about happened a couple of nights ago because one of the players on the floor literally went to security and had a couple of 4 people out.
Oh, so that's something different, yeah.
Oh yeah. So like that's the thing. Like, and I know it happens in the NBA as well. But these fans who, you cannot say in this case the customer is always right, because just because you buy a ticket doesn't give you permission to harass someone who's doing their job.
I agree.
This was past harassment. This was more like demeaning and degrading language.
Yes,
and almost to the point of threatening.
To the
Well,
point.
last year wasn't the last year when folks were throwing dildos on the floor in W games?
And then the fact that security was like, oh, we didn't kick them out. We just we took them in the hallway to talk to them. They elected not to return. So you're saying they had an opportunity to come back to their seat and continue berating an opposing player? And y'all are good with that?
Well, and, it goes back to, I think, a point that we agree on. The W has a problem. They are a political pawn. People are trying to make a mockery of the WNBA. And yet some of those same folks will tell you they believe in women's rights. But those same folks who say that are excluding a part, well, we believe in women's rights as long as it's heterosexual women. And really, heterosexual white women. So yeah, we'll defend that. But if you don't, well, we got a problem with it. And they've been around 30 years. So they got to fix it. They got to clean it up. I don't know, because I don't spend time on certain platforms, social media platforms, but did y'all see the picture or the video, quick clip of Barack Obama with Caitlin Clark?
From All-Star Weekend?
Yes, All-Star Weekend.
I didn't.
He was with some of the All-Stars shooting, shooting around. He took a picture with CeCe. Boy, I wish that shit had blown. I would have just spread that all over the place to certain people. Oh, did you see this? This is your hero. Taking a picture with Barack Obama. Woo! What do you think about that?
I don't think those certain I don't think those certain members of Congress is threatening to bring the WNBA before a committee, talking about whatever the devil they want to do. I don't think that might not be down in their wheelhouse.
Well, what happened to, who was it? Was it an Indiana politician who wanted to pass a law to look into the treatment that Caitlin Clark was receiving, the physicality that she was receiving earlier this year?
Yep.
Another example of politicians wasting their time on nonsense like that in sports rather than lowering gas prices, lowering grocery prices, lowering things that affect the country.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
I mean, it is just Merc. And I'm saying that for a reason. And hey, that's maybe why certain people don't watch this channel, whatever. I'm fine. I'm all right. I'm gonna be all right. Oh, couple of things. I forgot to say this at the beginning of the show. I apologize. Laquita Thompson is not with us because she is recording with Jason Bristol and the folks over at KHOU Sports Sunday. Nice. So that's where she is right now. So you can catch her appearance later Sunday night at 10:30. AJ Jones is finishing up his training with officials, referees, getting ready for football season, high school football, etc.
AJ is going to start officiating?
No, he's an instructor.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he'll be here, I think he said September. I think he'll be doing this the rest of August. So he hopes to be here on FTS in September. So there is on that. And so I forgot to mention that earlier, and I apologize. So that's where Laquita is. And she's been on KHOU before, done a good job as usual. And that's part of what we do here on FTS. Speaking truth to power and not running, not cowering, not bending the knee like certain people do. Some folks do. And as far as Willie is not coming back. Bobby, I thought I replied to you and sent that message to you on YouTube. He's not coming back. He's He's doing his own thing, and hopefully he'll do his Will Know Sports platform. Hopefully that takes off for him, but he doesn't have the time to be here on FTS consistently, so he made that decision a while ago, a few weeks ago, officially. I'm trying to look up the possible salaries for the rookie salaries in 2027 for the W as he winds it up here on this edition, episode 196 of Folks Talkin Sports. So the rookie scale extensions kick in, so players will start making more money next year. For the rookies will start making more money, especially the first round picks start making more money in the WNBA next year as part of the new collective bargaining agreement. Mr. Moore, what are your plans regarding Texans coverage this week?
It will probably be a recap not right after the game. Probably, hopefully I can knock it out. Hopefully I can get it up and running in about 45 minutes after the game, in the end of the game, and it's gonna be a short recap. It might just be me, and probably I'll just hold the clips or whatever from what the coaches' comments and players' comments, since I'm just gonna, because it's the first preseason game, and guess what? It's the first preseason game, and it's just gonna be a quick synopsis, and at best maybe 15-20 minutes after the game, and then I'll hold the clips. If I don't put one on, I'll hold the clips for the day after.
Fair enough. And it looks like first the top picks in next year's first round of the 2027 WNBA draft, the first pick could make like $500,000 first year salary. So if that's the case,
somebody's gonna be taking a pay cut then, huh?
So again, Madison Booker and Juju and players like that, Hannah Hidalgo. Hey, I can stay in college and make more than that. Get my 5th year.
So
we'll see.
Back to like the beginning and preseason, and paying full prices for start. So like for instance today, when Becky Hammon sits 3 of her starters in a regular season game, and they still charge.
And that's another problem that the W is going to have to resolve. And I have not seen Becky's post-game comments on this, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised she did it. They played in Minnesota yesterday at high noon. Yesterday was it 12:30 yesterday Central Time. Had to fly to New York to play the Liberty today, 11:30 Central Time. Their 3rd game in 4 days. 2 in less than 24 hours. But the WNBA is adding more game to the schedule.
Media rights,
more game to the schedule, but right now it's still a compressed season. So they got to squeeze all these games in, and especially you got FIBA competition in a few weeks. And those games will be on, TNT? Who's broadcasting those women's games? Let me see real quick here. All the USA games will be televised. The international competition going for whatever gold medal that'll be for the dominance of USA women's basketball. But all those games will be televised. But future years, maybe starting as early as next year, the WNBA is planning to have 50 regular season games. And the season will go into September. So how are they going to do all this? How are they going to squeeze all these games in and not have more teams, more coaches say, I'm going to rest my players? So there's going to have to be some decisions made, where the NBA came out and told its teams and owners, we understand you want to rest your players and load management, but can you not do it for our nationally televised ball games? For media partners? So they're going to have to do that for on the W side too. So yeah, it's TNT Sports will present.
You have to get a permission slip before you can load management.
For the media partners, I understand it. I mean, you would want, who was it today? Aces Liberty was on ABC.
I think so.
ABC. Well, ABC would want the starters to play for both teams. So it's bad for their ratings, so it hurts them. So I choose to believe that partners will say, yeah, we can't have this. So the next commissioner needs to fix this. But TNT Sports will present exclusive wall-to-wall coverage of FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2026, September 4th through 13th from Berlin. So all 36 games will air across TNT, True TV, and HBO Max. And USA team, all the games will be televised. Either in the morning for the difference in time zones, et cetera, but all the games will be televised. And it's a hell of a roster, too. Surprisingly. And I think it includes Caitlin Clark, you know, the up in arms people. Oh, she should have been on the team last year in the 24.
Oh, yeah.
Her rookie year. Like it was her only chance to play in the international competition for USA basketball. I'll tell you. Whatever. But anyhow. So let me see if I can look at the roster real quick here. Some players I know, Caitlin's on the team. Caitlin Clark, Nafisa, Asia, Paige Beckers, Aaliyah Boston, Ryan Howard. It's a hell of a squad, man. Just reloading and going for gold again. And then try to get gold again in the Olympics in 2028. And that would be what? What would that be? 7 straight Olympics for the women's team? Or it'll be 8. It's this dominance. As dominating as men's side has been, USA men has been, USA women's basketball is even more dominant. And for longer. And the overall talent gap is still kind of wide. Women's basketball compared to international on the men's side. There's a lot more you can tell by the NBA talent, international talent, All-Star game, etc. And hell, the gold medal games, you say men, it's a struggle to get gold. It's not as much of a struggle on women's side just yet. That will do it. Went long here on this edition of Folks Talkin Sports. A lot of things I want to get off my chest as school starts for the kiddos this Wednesday in public education as they cut back on all of our finances and make it harder on everybody, teaching and staff.
How long was your summer break?
I didn't have one. I was at school every day. Every day. I was at school every day. Kenitra, since you asked, you're first up. How can folks find you on social web? Anything changed for you?
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed? Okay, we're going to go to you, Mr. Texans, Mr. A.D. Moore. You got to the full screen. You got it, sir.
Thank you very much, folks. Hey, as Chris mentioned, Texans take on their first the Los Angeles Chargers Thursday night at is it NR? Yeah, I think it's Reliant now. I think since the FIBA came in, it's back to Reliant and not NRG. Okay. Anyway, the Light Company's stadium. So follow me on IG and Threads at AdMax Corner, Twitter AD_Moore, and also on the shorts on the YouTube channel at AdMax Corner as well. Texans, like I said, Chris asked me earlier, yeah, I will have some post-game comments. Probably not a whole lot. I'm probably going to do a quick hitter right after the game and just, some highlights. Because I'm looking forward to it's certain players I want to see against other talent. Obviously, starting it with the interior line. So I'm looking forward to seeing this game because I'm sort of like the player. I mean, I'm getting tired of watching them go against one another, and I'm sure they tired of smelling each other's breath as well. So they get a chance to smell a Similac on somebody else's breath. But anyway, folks, just look for me on all the social media platforms. And Chris, as always, KP, I appreciate the opportunity.
Mr. Moore, Similac, really? Similac. All right. Let me give a shout out to one of my brothers here. Glad you're doing better, man. We're going to come by and see you in a few days. Ray, we'll touch base with you soon. But yes, thank you to Kenitra and AD for their insight and opinions on this edition of Folks Talkin Sports. It was episode 196. You're watching it on YouTube via either the Houston Round Bottle View channel or the Ad Max Corner YouTube channel, or on my personal LinkedIn profile. Yes, streaming on LinkedIn as well as on the Houston Round Ball Review Facebook page. And of course, as you see on the screen, you can follow Folks Talkin Sports on Instagram as well as on Threads. That will do it. Reminder, tune in to tonight's episode of KHOU Sports Sunday. I think it's Sports Sunday. So you can see our colleague, Laquita Thompson, with Jason Bristol and other media colleagues as she discusses sports and gives her insight. So to Ray, Bobby, Justin, C. Anthony, Queen Wanda Polk, and everyone else who participated in the discussion, until next time, and there was one person I forgot. I want to get the name right. Ryan, I thought it was Ryan. Just want to make sure, but I don't want to say it wrong. Ryan, thank you as well for participating in the conversation. We'll do it again next Sunday for episode 197. Might have a coach join us, a college coach join us on next Sunday's show. I'll go and say who it is. I've reached out to, once again, Rice head coach Lindsay Edmonds to check her availability, and I think we're getting closer to her. She's with her family on vacation as her kids getting ready for school, so spending time with the family. So hopefully she'll be able to join us next Sunday on Folks Talkin Sports. So that will do it, everyone. Thank you as always. Spread the word about Folks Talkin Sports. Spread the word about the Houston Round Bar Review, blogs, website, social media, etc. Share some more information about Mr. Weaver and his transfer to Texas, in case you're wondering. Transfer to Houston. Become a Houston Round Bar Review YouTube members only member. And I have more to share on that once everything becomes official. Been doing this 30 plus years. I provide additional content to the members only. So I encourage you to become a member, and it helps keeps the lights on for the Houston Round Ball Review. So that will do it. Until next Sunday, be sure you catch the Ad Max Corner later on this week, for Mr. Moore's Texans coverage. And until next time, since 1994, the Houston Round Ball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.